Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I am going to tell you a very dark and secret story. This is not a happy love story. This is a story about lies, a big theft, and a coat. It happened to me last year. Sit down, get your coffee, and listen carefully. It was a Friday night. The weather was very cold and rainy. My boyfriend Mark took me to a very expensive restaurant. The restaurant was beautiful. There were candles, soft music, and rich people. Mark was very handsome that night. He smiled at me and held my hand. He said, "Clara, tonight is a very special night for us." I was very happy. I loved him very much. Suddenly, we heard a loud noise from the lobby. People were shouting. The manager of the restaurant ran into the room. He was white as a ghost. He said, "Lock the doors, call the police. A museum leader was here tonight. Someone stole a $1 million antique diamond from his bag." Everyone was terrified. The police came. They searched everyone. But they found nothing. The diamond was gone. Mark looked at me and said, "This is crazy, Clara. Let's leave this place." We went to the cloakroom to get our coats. The room was very dark and messy because of the chaos. We left the restaurant quickly. Mark took a taxi for me. He said, "I have some work to do. Go home, honey. I'll call you tomorrow." I kissed him and went home. My apartment was quiet. I was still wearing my black coat. I wanted to put my house keys into my pocket, but my hand touched something big and hard. I pulled it out. My heart stopped. It was a giant, shining diamond. It was the $1 million antique diamond from the restaurant. I was shaking. I looked at my coat in the mirror. It was a black coat, but it was not my coat. The material was different. The brand was different. I took the wrong coat from the restaurant cloakroom. Someone put the stolen diamond in this coat. And now, the diamond was in my house. I tried to calm down. I asked myself, who owns this coat? Who is the thief? Then I heard a sound. A phone was vibrating inside the coat. I found a secret pocket. There was an expensive phone inside. It was not my phone. A message popped up on the screen. I opened it and read the words. The message said, "I got the diamond. Everything is perfect, my love. Clara suspects nothing. We are flying out of the country tomorrow morning." My eyes filled with tears. I looked at the sender's number. It was Mark. It was my boyfriend's number. My world fell apart. Mark did not love me. He used me. He stole the diamond with another woman. That woman owned this coat. Mark wanted to use me as a shield. If the police stopped him, he was clean. The diamond was supposed to be in his partner's coat, but I accidentally took her coat. I cried for 10 minutes. Then I stopped. I looked at the diamond, and my sadness turned into anger. Mark thought I was stupid, but he was wrong. I am a strong woman. I sat at my table and made a plan. I waited for the morning. At 7 a.m., I called the police from a public phone. I gave them an anonymous tip. I told them everything about Mark and his diamond theft. Then I went to Mark's apartment. I had a spare key to his door. He was not at home. He was probably meeting his real partner. I walked into his bedroom. His bags were packed for the airport. I opened his main suitcase. I put the $1 million diamond inside his clothes. Then I closed the suitcase and walked out. The trap was ready. I waited across the street. An hour later, Mark arrived at his house. 2 minutes later, 3 police cars parked in front of his building. The officers ran inside with guns. After a short time, they brought Mark out. He was wearing handcuffs. His face was red and full of fear. He looked around the street. He saw me standing under the rain. He looked at me with shock. He understood everything. I did not look away. I looked straight into his eyes. They put him in the police car and the sirens started to wail. He was going to prison for a very long time. My heart was broken because I really loved him once. That is the sad part. But I also felt very proud and happy. He wanted to destroy my life, but I won the game. I turned around, walked into the rain, and never looked back. Thank you for listening to my story. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next story. Goodbye.